Hello everyone, the time has come and I'm so excited to launch my very first deck. So as you watch this video, I will post the link to my shop in the description box below. So much has gone into this deck, and thank you, Rachel, for inspiring me to create this deck. Thank you to my divine counterpart for being such a part of my healing, journey. I'm not going to get so emotional on it, but I couldn't have come as far as I have without him. And these messages in this deck are the divine masculine love and loyalty messages, okay? And these are from my personal journey. Some of them are things that I've learned. A few are channel messages, but most of these are loving messages that I have received from my counterpart. And oh my gosh, I'm getting so emotional with it. But they're healing, and they're to remind everybody that no matter what you're going through, okay, that you deserve love and loyalty. And with my soul connection that I have with my counterparts, we've helped each other through probably some of the worst times of our life, and it's all about that unconditional love and that companionship, and learning to understand each other and understand how you communicate and express love. So when you get this deck, you will realize how masculines express love. And as you go through this deck, and as I do this walkthrough, I'm shaking, this is so exciting, you will realize that there's not one word in here, or I shouldn't say one word, there's not one card in here that says I love you, yet almost every single one of these messages express that the person or the energy loves you, okay? So it's how someone says I love you without saying I love you, okay, directly, but all the ways that they show you that they love you. And the deep friendship that they have. And so without further ado, I'm going to get into this deck. Okay. This is the size. So it's not very big. It fits in your hand quite nicely. It shuffles. The quality, I'm very impressed with the quality. I'm very impressed with the way everything that turned out. I chose this image because of the eye of this masculine. What struck me about the eye was you see a great amount of love, but you also see a great amount of pain. And, in this journey, it is a healing journey. And so that's why I chose this image. I may release other images and other, more culturally diverse. I can't talk. I'm so excited to launch this deck. I'm sorry. Images and things. We will see, I'll see with timing, because I have other decks that I'm working with, but that's something else that I will probably do with this deck, just so you know. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So starting out, we have you challenge me, and I love it. Okay? And when you challenge someone and they love it, it shows you their level of confidence and appreciation for the connection you have. We have I feel protective of you. Okay, divine masculines do feel protective of the divine feminines because they know their great importance. Okay, we have you amaze me. These are such messages of love, and may they bring so much love and healing to the collective. My greatest fear is losing you. I watch you on your social media. I can't help it. Okay, it's like they can't look away. We have I want to be your sanctuary. You both want to be each other's sanctuary. You feel home when you are with one another, okay? You feel the home energy. You feel that you can heal, you can express yourself. These connections, there's something so beautiful with them, where you develop this incredible friendship where you can express yourselves. Of course, there are communication challenges at times, right? But really and truly, you just want to hold space for each other and be there for each other. We have I appreciate when you speak highly of me. Collectively, I think that a lot of divine feminines kind of talk badly about divine masculines, and The divine masculines can pick up on that. They're very sensitive. They feel that. So it's important that you are positive with each other, and that you do, honor and celebrate what you appreciate in one another as well. Okay. Like it feels good if someone's constantly, talking negatively about you, or like even collectively with readers, being negative towards masculines. It doesn't help with the healing process, because the masculines are very hard on themselves as well. So that really just makes them kind of close up and not feel safe and not feel supported and not feel loved. So that's really important that message is in there. We have you awaken parts of me that have been asleep for ages, especially those masculines who have closed off their heart because of, pain in the past, rejection, things of that nature. These connections help awaken your spiritual gifts. These connections help awaken, your heart in so many different ways. And it's incredible. I'm having a hard time using my words today. But just the energy, I hope the energy comes through here. We have, how was your week? How is your family? How are you? Okay, so when this card comes out, it's, they just want to check in and see how you are. Anyone who wants to check and see how you are, how your family is showing their love and their appreciation, is showing that they care. Okay? We have, most of the time I'm around you, I'm aroused. Okay, there's definitely strong chemistry within these connections. I'm tripping over my words. This is ridiculous. Okay, but that is kind of the energy sometimes, when you're around each other, is you do feel, the butterflies, you do feel the nervousness. You are, you're not just, sexually aroused, you're mentally aroused, you're emotionally aroused. You awaken each other, okay? We have, your soul calls to me. I swear your soul traveled to me last night. Okay, the astral projection. Good Lord, why can't I stop today? The astral projection, okay, you project and you kind of connect with each other and check on each other, okay? And your souls, you call to each other. We have, I know everyone wants you, what can I offer you? Okay, that's some of the insecurity coming through. But these are very genuine messages here, okay? I can feel when there's a threat around you. Again, you have that intuitive sense, and they do too, when there's something that, when you're going through a difficult time, or there's, some sort of danger around you, they can sense it, okay? We have, I speak to my friends and family about you. You are so unique. It is a challenge to describe you to others, because divine feminines, you don't fit into any sort of box or category, really, do you? Like, words are just words, but they actually limit just how expansive you are in your expression, your soul, your energy. Okay, so the divine masculine may have trouble kind of describing you to their friends and family. It can be somewhat challenging for them, because they want to navigate things so that you don't, you're not necessarily stereotyped, but they're just like this incredible being. Like, they don't know how to describe you, okay? And that's quite the compliment. We have, I'm learning to love and not overgive. So a lot of divine masculines that, are maybe empaths, which many of you are, you're very gifted. There are other people that kind of take advantage of that, and they kind of manipulate, or they take a lot from the divine masculines. And this is the divine masculine saying that they're learning to balance that out and not overgive to others, because oftentimes they overgive to others and then they don't have that energy for their divine connection, okay? Or even, well, most importantly, for themselves as well. So they're just constantly emptying out their cup, and they're not able to refill and be at their highest vibration and be able to bring more energy into your connection, okay? We have, the happiness I feel with you scares me, okay? Because again, with the awakening card, when they feel this happiness, they're like, okay, what is this? Like, what's going to happen next? And now that I'm happy, now I have the fear of losing the thing that's making me happy, or the emotion that I'm feeling is something I haven't felt in so long. It's just so, unique to me, but then it just triggers all these past fears at times, okay? So that's why that card's in this deck. We have, I care how you feel. Someone who cares about how you feel loves you, okay? You are a goddess, you are an angel, you turned my world upside down. Okay? So, again, like they have a hard time describing you. They have a hard time, pinning you down into any sort of category because you're out of this world to them. I enjoy how nature and animals respond to us when we are together. Okay, so they notice when you're together how the world interacts with you. And there's almost like this celebration or this support that you feel. And it's not necessarily from people you know always, but just strangers, like the way that people look at you when you're walking down the street, the way that you attract animals, or you attract in beauty, or just it's this almost magical occurrence that shows you the power of these connections, and when you bring your vibrations together, what you can attract and what you can do, okay? And the masculines notice this because that doesn't happen with anybody else. We have you bring me joy. And joy is such a high and beautiful vibration. We have, I love that I can talk with you about anything. Okay, that's that true intimacy where you're best friends with each other and you can share anything. And you know that you're that, sacred space for each other. We have, you represent everything good in this world to me. It's such a beautiful compliment because, and this is why sometimes the masculines feel a bit insecure, because they see the feminine in her brilliance and in her light, and they don't know how they can compare to you. They don't know how they can live up to you. But the more that they continue on the healing journey, they realize that you're a reflection of them and they're a reflection of you, and the beauty that they see in you exists within them, and the gifts and the power they see in you exists within them, and it's just this beautiful dance. But for someone to say that, you represent everything good in this world to me, of course they love you, okay? It's, and when I receive some of these messages from my counterpart, I didn't receive them because I was, still healing and still somewhat closed off. But, eventually those messages did reach me, and eventually I was receptive to them. We have, you truly know me on a soul level, because your souls connect and communicate, okay? And it's funny because when I, pick out gifts for my counterpart, the way that I do it is I just kind of like ask Spirit, like, okay, I just kind of connect with him and I connect with Spirit. I'm like, what would be best? And it's funny that will just find me. Like, I'll just have an idea. So it's like, I also have noticed, like, with the integration process is, I will think like he thinks sometimes, or it's just so interesting how the energies, interact with each other. We have, I want to impress you. At the end of the day, I want you to think highly of me. I care what you think, Divine Feminine. I care what you think. Okay, that's what that's saying. I care what you think. I want you to think highly of me. I want you to speak highly of me. There have been so many toxic feminines that have tried to, like, beat me down and make me feel bad about myself and keep me in toxic cycles, and you're different, and I want, to show you, and I want to show you how much I love you and how I can, be this amazing man. I can be this amazing person. Okay? We have, I thought you were too good to be true. Why would this bombshell be interested in me? Okay, so they see you as incredibly attractive. And they're like, why? There could be many differences between, you and your counterpart, whether it's, your age, or, there's so many different kind of polarities sometimes. And the Divine Masculine's looking at themselves and, like, they're not seeing themselves as you see them. So they're like, Why would she be interested in me? Like, she's absolutely gorgeous. Why would she be interested in me? There must be something. There must be something negative. Like, then that's where their mind goes. Like, and so that's just kind of a look into their mind process here when they're presented with something, beautiful, when they've been maybe going through something quite challenging, right? They're like, is this an illusion? Is this real? Is this true, right? We have, I create reasons to drive by your house. So I know, like, in many decks, there's like the strong, stalking energy and things like that. But with this, like, they create reasons to be able to see you, basically, even if it's at a distance. Like, it's just this, it's not anything negative. It's something actually adorable. It's like they feel, it's almost like childlike joy around you. And if it's something negative and somebody's doing this out of jealousy, obviously that needs to be addressed, but that's not the reason for this card. This is like, maybe if I drive by your house, you might be out, and I may be able to say hi. Like, it's more of that energy here, okay? But it's just they create reasons to be able to see you, even if it appears to be by, like, circumstance, right? We have, I respect you. Okay, absolutely. Having respect for one another is so important, okay? We have, I feel like a completely different person when I'm around you. They feel lighter, they feel happier, they feel wise, they feel maybe, like a little bit nervous, maybe have a little bit of that anxious energy, but they feel excitement. Really, it's excitement. We have, you are the strongest woman I know. They see your strength, okay? And again, masculines understand your feminine strength is mirrored back to you. We have, I love the way you are with children and animals. You have this nurturing energy. So they notice the Empress energy that you have, Divine Feminine. Again, they notice how the world interacts with you. That's important to them. They notice how, animals and children interact with you. Whether they want children or not, like, when you see someone who attracts in beauty, who attracts in abundance, who attracts in, just has this very gentle way and very loving energy, whether or not they want children, that's something that's a very positive sign for them to see, okay? We have, I want to make an effort to maintain this connection even if it has been infrequent. Okay? Sometimes you both have to move through a crowd to get through each other. Okay? You have distractions, you have so many different things going on, and this is the expression of, like, I will make it to you. Okay? I will make it through to you, and I want to maintain this connection. It's important to me, even if I can't do it at the frequency that I want or you want at this time. Okay? We have, I want to hear your voice. There's something truly magical about your voice, okay, Divine Feminines, that brings, it brings soothing, it brings healing, it brings love, it brings light, it brings reassurance. I would be lost without you. You're that guiding light, Divine Feminine, okay? We have, I am so sorry I could not always be there for you. There's an apology for not always being there when you needed them to be, and we all know that part of this journey we do walk, without each other in the physical, right? We have, your happiness is important to me. These are all ways that masculines express love, Divine Feminines, okay? It's not always this big, grand, romantic gesture, and that's why I want to create decks like this and create more decks about, love languages and how you communicate and express that for each other so that you understand each other and there are not delays and insecurities and miscommunications, okay? We have, the weather right now reminds me of you. So when you pull this card, no matter what the weather, they're thinking of you. You remind me of ethereal characters from the movies. Again, you are unreal, Divine Feminine. You are just like this beautiful being. Okay? We have, I can sense when there is someone trying to make a move on you. So they can sense when there's, another masculine energy around you who's perhaps interested in you. They can feel it. It's an instinct. We have, I cried when I thought I lost you. Okay. Something that may be hidden from you. You have no idea how much it turns me on to see you stand in your power. Okay, so a man who sees you stand in your power and embraces it is a man who is healed, a man who supports you, wants to lift you up, okay, and honors you for who you are. I am sometimes jealous of the attention you give others. Okay, so that could be in your career, your friends. You know, this is a very honest, it's not an intense message. It's just very honest, like, I wish we had more time together. Okay, and this may be something they're not necessarily expressing. When you are upset, I want to know. Okay, they want to know when you're upset. They want to know how you're feeling. They care how you feel. I wish I could tell you everything right now. Again, with if there are any sort of, communication issues or fears or anything preventing them from speaking their truth, it's very frustrating for them. You are a beacon of light for others. Yes, you are divine feminine, and your divine masculine recognizes that. I have difficulty focusing when you are around me because your energy, it consumes them, okay? We have, you are my guiding light. You're not just the guiding light for others, you guide them. You guide them through your creations, through if you're on YouTube or Instagram or, the divine work that you're doing in this world. You're guiding them. They're learning from you. Your touch is intuitive and healing. You'll find that both of you will mirror this, okay, as you support each other, as you have this incredible sense of knowing about your counterpart and like how to assist them. And touch can be very healing, especially for those of you that, are healing anything from your past that has been negative. You find that with your counterpart, yes, there's triggering, right? You trigger each other as well into healing and into greater awareness. But also that when you come together, like your energies work together to help you heal one another. And someone who touches you, who loves you, with the intention for healing, is just one of the beautiful gifts that the counterparts have. And the intuition that you have for each other really helps you support and understand one another, okay? We have, I love looking at the world through your eyes. They like your perspective. They want to hear more about what you have to say because, sometimes you each have each other's blind spots. So what I mean by that is the divine masculine can see what the divine feminine cannot, and vice versa. And then when you work together, you can truly assist each other, okay, with getting the full picture. So it's really important that you do work together if you feel guided to, okay? That you do come together. And again, a lot of what my decks are going to be about is bridging the gap between the masculine and the feminine. And also kind of grounding the energies as well, because we have a lot of 5D energy, right? But bringing it down into the world, right? Although the 5D is grounding into the world now. But being able to make these connections real and seeing, the right people come together and be examples of beautiful lights in this world to show what unconditional love is. And even if you're just friends, or even if, you just work on the spiritual level, like there's so much beautiful occurrences happening. There's an incredible amount of love and healing yet to unfold, okay? But you're teaching each other about love, and you're teaching each other about healthy masculinity and healthy femininity, okay? And balancing those energies. You also see within one another, where you can perhaps heal more. And if you're both healers, you have that intuitive eye and that intuitive sense to know where your partner is hurting, or what's kind of going on with them. You just kind of can feel it. Sometimes you can feel it within your own body. Okay. We have, it brings me great pleasure to turn you on, make you smile, and make you laugh. They want to bring you joy just as you bring them joy. Okay. That's a very like equal of exchange energy, because if someone's always taking, right, someone else is going to be drained. But if you both have that equal exchange of energy, that's when there's that beautiful balance of a healthy connection. Okay. And I hope that when you see this card, it makes you smile, because it brings them joy. You bring them such joy, Divine Feminines. Okay. We also have, you calm my soul. You reassure me. You calm my soul. Again, Divine Feminines, you may not even realize that you do this, but you do. We have, my brother thinks you put a spell on me because the way I talk about you. I know that's a very specific example, but the way that you can look at this is that your counterpart is talking to so many people about you, and it's just like they're excited and they're lighting up, and they're, people are like, who are you right now? Like, who is this person? Like, you just shift their energy, and just like when you talk about something you're passionate about, something you love, you light up and you just look absolutely gorgeous, right? It's the same, when they speak about you. They're either doing it like frequently, or they're, just the way that they do it, their energy has other people looking at them like, oh, wow, this is really something. We have, I have dreams of our honeymoon. Okay. So dreaming about each other, dreaming about your honeymoon, dreaming about past lives. We have, I listen to what you say and put it into practice. May take a little while, but it does reach me eventually. Again, this has to do with if there's interference, ego, just even being busy, just like when we're busy and we can't hear spirit or sometimes hear our guidance. Eventually, what you have shared with your masculine will reach them. Okay. We have, I want you to take better care of yourself. All right. So they want you to focus on you. If you're giving a lot to others, they want you to give to yourself. They want you to focus on yourself, and filling up your cup and your self-care and your happiness and your joy, and putting yourself first for once, Divine Feminines. Okay. And we have, your eyes are striking, and oh my God, that ass. Okay. So they're just incredibly attracted to you, and souls recognize each other through the eyes. Okay. So there's something that, I almost want to say magical. It's not quite magical. It's kismet, really. When you look into each other's eyes and you recognize each other, there's just this warmth, this connection. People fall in love when they gaze into each other's eyes. You see your soul, but you also see your reflection, and you'll see this on this journey. That's something that you do see, where you're like, you see yourself so much in your counterparts. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed this deck walkthrough and these messages. I will put the link to my shop in the description box below, and you can go ahead and get this deck for yourself. I mean, it's excellent for even if, you just want some loving messages for yourself, you want to connect with your Divine Masculine. If you're a reader, it's excellent too. Before I've launched it, I've worked with it in readings with a few Divine Feminines, and it's so empowering and beautiful. The healing that comes through, that the messages of love. And again, like I said, this deck was created to show you that no matter what you're going through, you deserve love, and you deserve loyalty, okay? And you deserve that beautiful friendship that you crave, and you deserve that compassion, and so does your counterpart. And also just for you to understand how someone says I love you in so many different ways. So, many bright blessings to you all, and I will see you soon.